Welcome back to the Weekly Headlines. I'm Kevin Hart.
I'm Mike Wimacher.
And let's get to the news. This national affront to journalism, or Tucker Carlson as you might call him, decided to open his mouth again. Just in time for Women's History Month, Carlson made some sexist comments about women in the military, balking at measures to make the military more inclusive, calling them a mockery. Who better to give him the business than Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth, who could still kick all of our asses. She lost both legs in combat, then still gave birth. She tweeted, among other things, F Tucker Carlson. That first word is censored. So if you're unsure of what she tweeted, well, for educational purposes, I'll tell you. She said, "Fuck Tucker Carlson."
Joseph Rum Runner Biden signed the COVID relief bill on Thursday. The $1.9 trillion bill gives money to states and local government for things like safe school openings and vaccine distribution. It also helps out ailing service industries like airlines, movie theaters, and restaurants. And it's going to send $1,400 checks to over 80% of Americans. The bill passed without a single Republican vote. Biden announced he will not be signing the individual stimulus checks like the last guy did, but instead the checks will include a major Biden bite mark.
The railroad relocation project is going to cause some long traffic disruptions, 14-month closures on both Jefferson and Madison. The North Grand will be closed for 14 months. These closures will be long.
How long?
How long? The new James Bond movie, No Time to Die, might actually be released in theaters by then. It'll be a long haul, and no one knows what may happen in the next 4 years, but I can probably guess Hunter Lake won't be completed.
The Springfield City Council is set to take a final vote next week on a measure that will allow city employees 4 weeks of parental leave when they welcome a new child into the world. Mayor Jim Langfelder has stated he's okay with 4 weeks off for a mom, but not a dad, whereas Alderman Ralph Hanauer doesn't believe the city can afford it. And of course, Alderman Joe McMiniman says that city employees already get plenty of cushy benefits. After stating their piece, McMiniman went to hang out with Eddie Haskell. Hanauer told Ward he was pretty rough on the beeve last night, and Mayor Langfelder went to join Andy down at the old swimming hole.
Burger King's UK Twitter account made an absolute whopper of a blunder when on International Women's Day, they tried to make a point about how few women are head chefs by tweeting, "Women belong in the kitchen." They tried to clarify and talked about prospective scholarships. No, the damage was done, and the person responsible was fired. But this being UK's Twitter account, the good news is that if they're looking for someone else to make possibly offensive statements without thinking, well, we all know Piers Morgan's looking for a job.
The Texas Rangers stated earlier this week that they plan to have a full stadium on opening day, April 5th. Now, Texas has lifted all mask mandates and capacity limits pertaining to the coronavirus. Rangers have said that the 40,000 fans will still have to wear masks unless they're actively eating or drinking. Now, normally at a baseball game, 6-4-3 is a double play, but with this brilliant plan, however, it may be the number of positive COVID tests that come from it.
Former Home Alone 2 star and self-proclaimed your favorite president, Donald Trump, has decided rhinos and fools aren't deserving of fundraising dollars. Trump, of course, unsuccessfully tried to stop the RNC from using his name or likeness, and now wants money sent to his Save America PAC, which you can shorten to SAP, which is what you are if you donate to the First National Bank of the Donald. All that money is just going to go to his Deutsche Bank loans and legal fees.
Springfield Alderman Sean Gregory has had quite a week, and I'm sure you've seen his video. Gregory says he takes responsibility for what he's done and is now doing what he counsels young people to do, which is reach out to pastors and people they trust during difficult times. I will say this, though, however, you'll never again be able to say that the Gregory campaign doesn't pack a punch.
Democrat Joe Manchin may as well be the Senate Majority Leader due to his ability to pass or sink any bill split down the middle. His middle-of-the-road approach has been met with criticism, especially his stance on keeping the filibuster. However, he recently said in an interview he's open to bringing back having to physically talk for hours on end to block a bill, meaning Mitch McConnell would actually have to pretend to care about what he's blocking, Jimmy Stewart style, rather than the current system of Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Filibuster.
Do you know what that word means?
Yep.
No, what's that mean?
You may be asking, what were the Republicans doing while this COVID relief bill was being passed? I mean, besides saying no to it. Glad you asked, because Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz, seen here doing his best Patrick Bateman impression, and Jim Jordan, who could star in an Addams Family spin-off of Lurch Goes to Washington, have decided to attack the pressing issue of conservatorship. Yeah, you know that thing that's led to the hashtag Free Britney movement? In fact, Jordan and Gates have gone so far as to say they would like Britney to come to D.C. and testify in front of Congress. Yes, it seems toxic D.C. would be lucky if sometimes they would just be stronger on certain issues. Now hit me, baby, one more time. No, not you, Alderman Gregory. And those are your weekly headlines. I'm Mike Wimacher.
I'm Kevin Hart.
And we are out of here!